What's up, guys? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I think it's been a year since I uploaded my last video. A lot has changed, so this video is going to be, as you can see, World's Tier List and general life and channel update. Um, so I've been good. Got a new job. Been playing Pokemon on and off. I'm more on the organization slash judge side now. But I am going to hopefully go to every regional starting with Atlanta in January. That's when my schedule kind of opens up, and I'll have more time to practice and test and do all the preparations that I need to put myself in a good spot to perform well. Um, I'm going to try to stream at least 3 times a week um, over on the Purple app on Twitch. And that link will be in the description if you want to give me a follow. And I'm going to try to upload one YouTube video a week. I'm just going to start with one and then go from there. Most likely gameplays, deck profiles, maybe even some local interviews. The league that I run has some high level players in it, so it'd be cool to get their pick their brain on how they see the meta and everything. But yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. We're gonna see if it comes to fruition. But yeah, let's get to the tier list. So easy tier list. Straight pulled Nor, pulled Chicken. They're the three best decks in the format. They've been for months. Um, I think it's gonna be more like this. I think straight pulled with hammers is gonna be the highest represented pull variant, and then pull Blaziken only because of Mega Excadrill. Um, and then Dragapult Dusknoir has the best mirror, I think. Um, and I do think people have been playing that version a lot, but I do think because of Excadrill, Dragapult Blaziken will be just a tier higher. Next, and this is just my personal opinion, I'm gonna put Mega Excadrill in A. I've been talking with some people, and through the grapevine, I know that the Australians have been uh, testing Mega Excadrill a lot for Worlds. So if you know the best players in Australia come over and they're all playing Mega Excadrill, I expect it to do really well. I also think it'll be the second highest meta percentage besides Dragapult, which will all be clumped together. Um, my next A, I think Alakazam's in a good spot. Um, it it does good in a Pult, you know, for the most part. And if you're playing Rapska, which a lot of people are Rapska Forest, it swings the matchup better into your favor. Um, Now the B decks. I'm gonna put Slowking, Festival Leads, and like Slot Box, all in B. Um, Slowking is super strong. My like personal opinion based on the meta, it's probably up here because Dragapult's so high, and I can't see like Dragapult plays Blaziken plays Shaman, but Dusknoir and Straight usually don't, and I can't see them teching just for their Slowking. Like you still can lose even if you get the Trifrost off as your first attack, but I mean it's really hard to recover. Festival Lead also really good into everything that's not Dragapult. So I mean, 40% of the room is a bad matchup, or it's not like 90-10, but it's like 60-40, 55-45, somewhere in that vein. But if you could dodge all of them, you're pretty good in everything else. And that slot box, I think it's really strong for this event, particularly the all out Blitzel build where it's just 4 Clefairies with Lily's Pearl, and you're just swinging. You're just smacking. Now we're gonna get the C tier decks. Zoroark. We can put both Mega Lucarios in there. Crustle. And Zoroark it's good. I mean, you know, Festival Leads is a bad matchup. Um, Mega Excadrill is not really that great. Basic Box isn't really that great. But the people who play Zoroark at the World Championship are they're going to be the best Zoroark players in the game. So they'll know how to pilot these matchups, better than, 90% of your local field. Lucario's like, it's okay. It's all right. The straight Mega Lucario with like the Dunsparce and the Dunsparce EX, and then the more Hariyama build. Crustle, Crustle gets really good when people forget that Crustle exists. So it could be a good play. It just depends, like how the meta works out. Um, then D tier decks. I'm putting all of these in D tier. I love Grimmsnarl. I played it at my last regional championship in Orlando last year. Or this year in April. I love the deck. It's not in a good spot. It's just not. Gwen makes it better, but comparatively to everything above it, it's just not great. It gets slapped by Festival Leads, Alakazam, Dragapult. You like Excadrill, you can't kill it fast enough. Um, Dhelmise, like the deck's mid. It's just not. It's not great. I know it got second place at the Japan World Championship or the Japan Championships, whatever just happened. But I don't. I'm sure some people will like show up with it. Maybe like 1%, maybe like even half a percent. Um, so like people will play it, but I don't really think it's in a good spot. Raging Bolt, it's just a worse slot box. Like you just put the fighting energy and the lightning energy in there, and it's just like not great. I'd rather have 4 Clefairies than 4. Like I'd rather have more Clefairies than more Raging Bolts. Anyway, um, Grass Box. I'll put it in C. This is just all of like Abraliva, Hydrapple, the I guess you could put Mega Venusaur in there if you want. Pole Blaziken running around is not great for you. But I mean, like, it still could be a good play if that's what you've been playing all year. And then the last deck is the low punny Bronzong deck with Dusknoir that won the Full Grip 5K Invitational. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this deck. I don't really know where to put it. I think it'll be not as popular as people think, and I don't think people should tech for it. I think it's a little gimmicky. Evolving decks can still beat it. I don't think it's D tier, but I'll put it in C. I'll put it at the end of C. So this is the tier list, I think, for Worlds. I think at least one person out of the whole thing will play at least one of these decks. So there will be all be represented, even though, Dhelmise, Grim, Crustle even, probably like 1-2%. But yeah, let's get to some predictions of what I think is going to happen during Worlds, and more importantly, after Worlds. But first, I want to shout out my sponsor, Epic Trading. Best card shop, Central Jersey. You can get all your single, sealed, slabs, all the good stuff, run events, all the good stuff. All right, so let's open this up. And locations. think East Coast of the United States probably be one. So we'll go Boston. These are all like dream ones for me. Philly, be great. New York. Singapore. I really. And then probably where it's likely gonna go. I think it might go to Seattle. So yeah, those are my top 5 where I think it might be. Realistically, it'll probably go to Seattle or like somewhere in Europe, but I would really like the US again. New TCG mechanics. I think new tag teams. I think new tag teams would be cool. You can have mega tag teams. I don't know. That's like an outstretch. Prism Stars come back maybe, or Radiance. And then my predictions for the event. I have a few. 4 Pults in top 8. Because I think it's the most represented. I do think 4 Pult will be in top 8. I think Slow King will win. And I think Ross Cawthorn, I think that's how you spell his last name. I could be wrong. Will win the championship with Slow King. Those are my predictions. I'm gonna be wrong about all of this. I know I am, but that's what I'm thinking. I think Pult will be half the top 8. I think Slow King will win the event. I don't think people are respecting it, and I think Ross Cawthorn will win with Slow King. But yeah, that's it. That's my my predictions for the World Championships, my tier list. I'll see you later. Peace.